lighter color, more impasto, to create, form by taking your eye off the edge. You see, losing a little color. Anyhow, the rest is just, getting more subtle, finishing it. So lose the highlight a little bit. Now, you see, it's simple. I hate to keep saying that. And the highlight is on the corner between the crown and the body. So highlights, tell you where the corners are. I'll just use white here. So highlight, highlight, and bring the background into play. Get back to my background color. But you see what I'm driving at. It's very simple. I mean, also, you could also take some of the burden off the edge by just picking up warming up the color in the background, so the color of the clementine seemed to be optically splaying into the background. So to get something to really look illuminated, you want the edge where it meets. Another way to take the burden off the outside edge is to let the background get just very subtly lighter just before it meets the edge of the object. Just that little lightening, maybe a 16th, depending on the painting at the side, just getting that much lighter. Or you can just lighten to whatever background color you're using, and then again, as we were talking about the metal, I could, in this case, on a strongly colored object like the clementine, you could just pull some of it into the background. If the object doesn't have a lot of color, then you just can light the background. But however you do, it's just that where the background meets the edge of the object, it should be just that fraction of an inch closer in value to the background. To take the burden off the edge. And again, it depends on the highlight. It becomes your artistry, then your nervous system, how much you want to mess around with it. All the subtlety. Another interest, aesthetically, you have dark, the grapes, light, dark, light, dark, light, you see. So then, reflected light, you have reflected light. Now you can paint, just to show you a way of thinking, you can paint reflected light because there's reflected light and try to match the quality, the color of the reflected light. There's so much at play. It's just why, I guess, one of the things makes painting so fascinating. So you could say, well, there's reflected light, I'll paint in the reflected light. But you could also say, this is very abrupt or very staccato, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, etc. And that may not be the way you want to, that may not be the movement you want to create in the painting, so that reflected light helps you create the movement that you want to create. So instead of light, shadow, etc., so I would come back and say, okay, suppose I come back with reflected light in here. It's still pretty staccato-like,